The mean weight of a breed of yearling cattle is 1,077 pounds. Suppose that the weight of all such animals can be described by the normal model in parentheses 1,077, so it's a mean of 1,077, comma 89, so a standard deviation of 89. So part A, how many standard deviations from the mean would a steer weighing 1,000 pounds be? And part B, which would be more unusual, a steer weighing 1,000 pounds or one weighing 1,250 pounds? So part A. So a steer weighing 1,000 pounds is blank standard deviations below the mean. So let's go ahead and draw this out. As you see here, I've just drawn it out on paper. And then we're wanting to know the number of standard deviations. So what statistical value is that? Good, the z-score. So we're just going to compute the z-score for this. So x minus mu over the standard deviation. So we put in x, which is 1,077. Sorry, put in x, which is 1,000, minus the mean, which is 1,077, and divide all that by 89, and that gives us about 0.865, and we can round that, it's just around the 2 decimal places, so 0.87. So we didn't have to draw that out, but I really like getting in the habit of drawing those out now. Pretty soon, you're going to be trying to find how likely, what the probability of getting a steer weighing 1,000 pounds or less is, and so it's a good habit to get into. So now we're going to see which one is more unusual, the steer weighing 1,000 pounds or a steer weighing 1,250 pounds. So we already have the z-score for the steer weighing 1,000 pounds. So the z-score is actually a negative 0.87. But it already had the word below in there, so you don't want to say a negative 0.87 below. I could easily see that mistake being made. I wouldn't count off for that, so if you do that on a quiz or something's a problem, I would give you full credit for that. But for this one, hopefully you would see that and go ahead and just turn it to a positive. So now let's compute the z-score for 1,250. Okay, so we have one that has a standard deviation of negative 0.87, so 0.87 standard deviations below the mean. And if we compute the standard deviation, the z-score, for 1,250, we end up getting 1.94. So clearly, the steer weighing 1,250 is more unusual. It is further away from the mean.